All right, welcome back. This is Laura with Jot and Tittle Typewriters. Today I've got a pink Royal Safari for you. This is a 1964, and this is going to be more of a budget typewriter. I'm just going to give you a heads up that this isn't going to be the best performing Royal Safari, but it does work. And it's fun to look at. So this probably would be really great for kids or your teen, preteen, teen, or anybody actually who's wanting to just test the waters with the typewriter world. You don't want to spend a ton of money. This would be a fun, it works. It doesn't work great, but it works, and it's gonna be a budget typewriter for you. So let's take a look at it. And we have repainted it. This is not the original color. The original color was not in good condition, and so we repainted that for you. So on this typewriter, there's no, if you're familiar with typewriters at all, you'll notice there's no margin sets here. They're right here. They're called magic margins, and I have a YouTube video all about magic margins, and I recommend going and watching that because I'm not going to cover everything right now. But basically, you need to set margins on your typewriter so you kind of know where to start and stop. And so to do that, you go to your left, where you want your left margin to be, and just hit this. Same with this side. And I'm going to clear this. The carriage is just a little stiff. So I just cleared the right margin. So now I'm going to put it, I like to make them narrow for my typing demos. So I'm going to put it right here and then hit the margin, and you can kind of hear it ding, plus you can hear the mechanism inside kind of move over, and you know that that's set. The same thing with the columns. On a Safari or on Royals, columns are actually tabs. It's the same thing. And you have your clear and your set. I will say on this typewriter, it doesn't work. So don't use them on this one. I mean, you can, but you'll have to clear everything out once you try to use them. And my other video shows you how to do that. They don't work great. So margins are fine. Tabs are, I would avoid them. But it's, in my opinion, it's pretty common for magic columns and magic margins to not work great. Okay. So let's go ahead, and to release the carriage, I didn't show you that. There's a metal tab behind the roller handle right here, and that's what releases the carriage. And the carriage is going to move only as far as you have your margins set. On the left side here, this is your line selector, and that determines if it advances 1 or 2 lines, okay? Right here, this releases the tension on the paper. When you roll it and you need to adjust it, you release the tension so you can adjust it. This should, yes, this releases your roller. So let's say you have, you're filling out a form, or you want to type on lined paper and you need to get the alignment just right. You're going to want to release the roller. That gives you a lot more options in terms of how to line things up, and then make sure you re-engage, otherwise it's not going to advance or line up properly. This is a good reminder. Sometimes the handle folds down, and that's for storage. Like if you get a typewriter cover or you put it in your case, the handle folds down, but it's easy to hit it down, and when you go to hit return, it's going to hit the side. Make sure your handle is still up. Okay, I'm going to pop open the top. And it does take a little bit of effort. There should be 2, right here are 2 metal like pins sticking up, and that presses down in between these little metal clamps. And that's how the top is held in, so you do need a little bit of effort to pull that up. Okay, we've got 2 universal ribbons inside. We've got a universal ribbon inside of here for you. And they're easy to install. You just kind of pull them out, pop them in. Make sure you thread them properly. So I do have a photo of this on the website. It's under the product listing, and the link is in the description below. And you can take a look for references, even if you have a different one, and you can kind of see how that is threaded. Now, the ribbon, this is so important. The ribbon on these spools is fairly short, but there's a lot of ink in that ribbon. So as you're typing away, you're going to get to the end of the spool and your typewriter may stop on you, or that font is going to get like really faint and you're going to be like, what's going on? Stop, because if you keep going, if the typewriter lets you keep going, you're going to eventually punch a hole in that ribbon. But most typewriters just will stop working, and there's nothing wrong with your typewriter. You just need to reverse the direction of your ribbon, and you do it right there. And you can do it from either side. So you just got to pop that top open and reverse the direction, or you may be able to reverse the direction just by sticking your finger through the top there. However you want to do that. So that is that. Let's pop it back down. So you just got to line it up with those clamps and then pop. And then, yeah, you can just right there reverse the direction without having to pull that off. Okay, so down here is your color selector. And right here is touch control, and that just determines how hard these strike bars are going to hit your paper. So that also determines how light or dark your font will show up. Let's go ahead and load a piece of paper and let's type on it and see how it works. Move the paper out there. So all you need to do is just set your paper right there and then turn the handle, and that should pull right through. And I like to make sure it's nice and even, and I got it really close. I might do a little bit of adjusting, so I'm going to pull this paper release forward, adjust it, and then re-engage. Okay, let's go ahead and type. So this is a 1964 Royal. This is actually a Safari. The Safari label is usually right here and it's missing, but this is a Safari. So let's go ahead and test each key and see how it's doing. So like I said before, it is going to be more of a budget typewriter, but it's not bad. It's actually typing really nice. It's just, I don't like that the columns don't work great, and I don't like that this is a little stiff up here. That's the only reason I'm saying this is a budget typewriter, because as far as typing, it actually types very well. So I'm going to put it down. Okay, so on this, the color selector, red is on the top, black is in the middle, and the bottom it says S, that's stencil. It's not going to do anything. You'll never use it. And if you have it on there, it's not going to work right. So you got to make sure, and it feels kind of weird, got to make sure it's on the right color and it's solidly on the black or the red, or else it's going to not look quite right. So sometimes I get them in between by accident. So I'm going to move the touch control and see if it makes our font darker. And it does. So this is one of the times it actually does make a difference. So depending on how you, what you like, you can adjust your touch selector. So margin release, so I'm at the end of my margin. This only gave me like 2 keys after the bell ring. Margin release is right here, and what that does, because I hit my margin and now the typewriter has stopped. I can't keep going. It's not gonna let me do anything. So hit margin release, and now I can keep going because I wanna finish my word. All right, so that's how that works. This is an excellent typer, you guys. So take advantage of this. Even though it's a budget typewriter, it's an excellent typing machine. Okay, let's go back to red. All right. Nice. I really like this typewriter, you guys. This is you're gonna love it. So if you're shopping for your kids, which right now everybody is, this is a good one for them. This is a good one. You're gonna get a good deal on a great machine. So just keep in mind, little stiff, the tabs don't work, but in terms mechanically mechanically at performance for typing, it's excellent. You're gonna love it. So take a look. The link is in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. You guys have a great day.